Hello everyone, this is Ino. We are back with Final Fantasy XIV. We were on our way to the Waking Sands again. To find out what the Amalja are doing with maybe possibly a Primal? Maybe? We will find out. Minfilia. Welcome back, Laura. I'm pleased that you and Finkred have been getting along. I see you have done well to uncover the truth. My thank for the report. As Finkred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Sounds amazing. Hmm? If we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in Central Fenelin, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke and the way will become clear. Sounds good. Mutamix. Oh yeah, I figured it sounds like melding. Sounds a lot like melding to me. I still want my chocobo. I know I cry about it every single time. Sorry if you're getting camera sick. Or whatever it is. But that's just how I move around when I'm bored. Do this too. Mighty Tool drinks in airy self. When full of airy self, Mighty Tool changes to Stony Shine, name of Materia. If Materia joined with other Mighty Tool, then Big Eyes Mighty Tool gains power of airy self. Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. I am. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of Materia. Uplander brings Mighty Tool to Mutamix. Yes? Yes, I am. Mighty Tool is unstrung as eating tool. Make good teachy show of power of Materia. Oh my god. This way of talking. The Materia Master. Now, eyes of Uplander pointy at Fighty Tool, yes. Materia joined with Fighty Tool. I feel like they're literally explaining it for so stupid as idiot. Fighty Tool gains power of Materia. Fighty Tool Reborn. Here, Uplander, take Fighty Tool to Minfilia. Okay, I will take Fighty Tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Thank you. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how full an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of material to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from Sumat as would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to be joiner of Materia, then Uplander best fill a brain case with knowings and crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of Materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of Materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learny ones of Mutamix. Holy! That was right. Do you have? Back to Minfilia. Ugh, it's always so cold here. I'm like switching from jacket to no jacket every 2 seconds. It's annoying. How can I do this now? Oh, Halatani. I don't know. Got main story to do. You can't get distracted all the time. I feel like I shouldn't have red hair when I have a pink and purple outfit, but yeah, gotta work with that for now. What a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I'm sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Lura, so make it your ally. Now it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray, speak with me when you are ready to begin. I am ready. Word has arrived from Fenkrir concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Angus, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. Their mortal flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja, responsible for the abductions, so they mean to have Angus attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Lura. Fenkrit is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Science sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me to tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. I will walk in the light of the crystal, thank you. Ah, Yolura Arda of the Science. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizardmen aren't aware that their man August has been exposed when they come to the rendezvous point to meet the trader. We'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the Science. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much more of the Amalja plot if the mission succeeds, Laura. Let's make sure it does. Okay. Let's go. Is debate in place? Our man is in position, sir. Yeah, because we can trust him so much. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. Maybe. What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Oh. It's quite a few more. I love how everyone looks so ready to fight, and I'm just there in my hoodie and my sweatpants. Just chilling with the little glitter. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. Well, I alluded to Immortal Flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Aye, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. I always go for ranged. up your weapon or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you. Dun dun dun. Where... Bring her. The rest of you march. Traitorous scum. Well, that's not good, is it? I fear the Amalja mean to give us their god as an offering. I must die, then let me die a soldier's death with steel in hand. The ball of embers. Oh, not NPC. Let's go. Let's go. Oh. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from your misery. Almighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferior. Inferno, whoops. Your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. Say hi real quick. Ifrit. Damn, I feel kind of bad for them. Just wait for them. Sorry. I don't want to follow this story. Let's go. Our first primal. Almighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bloody hells. Bring those two as well. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the right of summoning the souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of men, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Heat my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Almighty Ifrit, my one true god. Why did they put this cutscene before you fight, like while the others have to wait? I thought it was earlier. Your words are my bread. Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another. Yes, that is the only explanation. Ooh, they're scared of me. Pursue thy frail mortal frame can serve as vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance makes it clear thou art to the godless blessed summer. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Let's go! I don't have to wait anymore. I'm sorry! I'm sorry, I'm sorry. did it! Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Amaja sea lords. I swear each seemed more angelic than the last. Persistent lord. Phew. Nice. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives, no less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Laura. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings. Camp Drybone, shall we say. This way, sir. So there was the mighty IFRIT. We saw him before, that's Nero. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking all the interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. You've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damned. Worth a damned for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task that is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. Damn. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Hey, you better. Hey, yes, I got commendations, even though they had to wait for like 10 hours. That's the beauty of being a tank. Like, most people would just be like, ah, oh, whatever, I'll give it to the tank. Like, you can be the dumbest idiot ever, they will still give it to you. They're like, oh, they tried. There you are, Laura. Come rest a while. You will have no better opportunity after witnessing their gods' ignominious defeat. The Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath for a time at least. Now, where were we? Yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered. But it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives amidst all our misfortunes. There is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Lura. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minophilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You meanwhile have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the waking sense when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. I will take no time whatsoever. You know, I'm really glad that we got those Westbay tickets, but they're gone in like 2 seconds. It's annoying. The triumphant hero returns. Fenker told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost Lura her life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took her prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served her to IFRIT. Yes, by some miracle she survived, but that does not excuse the fact that she should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. I can't read. What's done is done, Fenkrit. You can ill blame yourself for every... And I interrupt? Laura, it is so good to see you again. Damn, I always forget how tall I am. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Fenkrit has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we can put a paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal IFRIT. Nor is this tale limited to Ulda. Similar incidents have been rife in both Lim Sodominsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of IFRIT. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether, crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or a coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give. And in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in this thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait. Meticulous planning, such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Lura. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. She's saying I'm famous now. Whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I'm sorry to report that all are to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. Oh, that sucks. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal, whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Science continue our fight that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Laura. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. God forgive me, how many more lives Loisois would never have allowed this to happen. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of an envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of rewarding, confirming to Yashoda that the Science would benefit from your aid. No sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the Primal IFRIT. You have achieved a great deal in a short time and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Zora, or rather you have guests. Me? Oh, we can finally join a grand company. Ah, Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Science of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom Grand Company of Nimsa to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Laura, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. To court me? Didn't that mean, like, date? They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit that they have as evidence of their high regard for you. Well, well. I find myself wondering how word of Lura's deeds is spread so quickly that the immortal flames should know of her triumph is to be expected. But what of the other grand companies? Tataru, was it you? Your reputation precedes you, Mistress Arda. There's no ordinary woman who can face a primal and emerge the victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant women such as you. Turn your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelvewood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Mistress Arda. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A woman of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Turn your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ulda. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. As to many others in Limsa, long before the rest of Eorzea took note, your name was well known to us, only owing to your valorous deeds on behalf of our citizens. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Turn your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Nimsa to the shores of glory. Lady Minfilia. Very well. Though I'm quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the grand companies are all encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Guridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ulda. Serving a grand company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the grand companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you're entitled to do so, and yet I concede that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will of course recall that all the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. And as part of the proceedings, I'm given to understand that the leader of each grand company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You're as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well, let Laura hear our leader speak, then return here with her decision. We eagerly await your answer. Well, I already know my answer. Okay. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a grand company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Laura, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is one to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one woman in the midst of a grand company. However, you will be one woman amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The grand companies seek to protect their own nations. We Science, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eosia as a whole, similar yet not quite the same. Oh my god. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Nice. Eosia is changing, Laura, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now it is time you made ready for your journey before you depart. Be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the Remembrance Services are due to take place. Well, let's go see Tataru. Damn, Amphilia really doesn't know when to shut up. Like, she just keeps talking and talking. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Laura. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often to a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally, if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the Remembrance Services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of the 3 services, and Elder Cecil Kani Sena will deliver her Jessup Me Ketos Amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ulda, where Flame General Raban Aldin will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there's to be a special guest. How exciting. Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Nimsa Minsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merwhip Roofswin will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentries and file, and you will admit you got all that. Well, off you go then. I hope you found the Remembrance Services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order. Though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. Then there was so much to read. Okay, let's go to Gridania. Ah, damn it. I will make a short cut and see you guys in a second. Welcome back, everyone. I finally made it. Alright, let's continue. Let's hear the first speech.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The 3 seed seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the Green Wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hure and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Who are those two? Then we see them on the ship.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hure and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, Ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk
pox
the
on a
high
bloody
roads without
Ixal.
fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the forest. All the elementals!
If you'll permit me, Alfino. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Exile are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians. Until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Exile every more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The 12th Wood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood and thereby the power of the elementals will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Exile will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them then? Alright, shall we go to Ul'dah next?
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanama herself!
And Reborn as well!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah! Reborn! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ur dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Nalthal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, The price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Uldar stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Uldar, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Uldar. As Uldar prospers, so shall her people.
Ja, for Uldar!
Together we are one.
Your Grace.
Reborn. People of Uldar.
Hey, she's a parrot.
I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Uldar. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Uldar, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the Inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn! Forsooth!
The time is now!
I fancy meeting you again.
The Uldans have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worships the Primal IFRIT. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Uldans do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems, though they have been quiet these past 5 years. The Guardians have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Uldar has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources would ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Old Ones send their forces to smite the Primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition, which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder then that the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventurer of your experience would be a most welcome addition to the ranks. And back to Limsa. Here to attend to your Remembrance Service. Be quick, the Admiral is due to give her address at any moment. And I'll be quiet again.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. "700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilfir's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartino. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomoro spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the Calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral! And them!
Gather the lads!
Where's me cutlass? I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
Fancy meeting you again.
As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa is plagued by two beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the Primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the Primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Guardians have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Luminson's backyard. And that is to say naught of internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions. And while they fight amongst themselves, the Guardians whet their blades and watch. If the Luminsons are to have any hope in withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to the crew is beyond question. But will you sail with the Admiral? Alright, I have to pause the recording real quick, so give me 1 second. Alright, we're back again. Laura, this is Minfilia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final Remembrance Service has now concluded? A moment ago you say, what a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies. Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. Damn. Just finished. I would have gotten back in 2 seconds. Only just a little left. Oh, I didn't open the chest yet. Got a feeling this dude is also doing the main quest like me. Welcome back to where the Grand Company leaders' words still illuminating as you had hoped. Aye, each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Laura. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies. As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alisaie, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady!
We are to escort you.
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Who would have thought they were brother and sister? Didn't she look like copy paste? Alright, so what company shall we choose? I mean, it's kinda like the Pokemon. Like, I would never take plant. It's between fire and water. And I do like Mommy Millwood. I'm a flame girl. Raban, all the way. Welcome back, adventurer. I take it General Raban's words kindled the fire within you. Yes. Excellent. I fear that the incident with the traitor may have soured your opinion of us. It gladdens me to see that that isn't the case. But before we can count you as one of our own, you must be formally inducted into our ranks. Yeah. Please proceed to the Hall of Flames on Ulda's merchant strip and identify yourself to the personnel officer. I will notify him of your coming. With your strength joined to ours, we shall surely prevail over our enemies, be they beastmen or Imperials. Right, let's go. Oh, hold on. We're level 28. I think we should be able to get our bird. Now, soon. What brings you to the Hall of Flames this morning, adventurer? My name is Luarda. I believe you're expecting me. I'm here to enlist if you will have me. I'm somewhat famous. They better expect me. I thought as much. You're just as our man at the Waking Sands described. It is an honor to meet you, madam. Now, in order to formalize your sir. Speak private. Imperial sir, they fired on a high-wind Skyways airship. Scouts say she's coming down to the west near Horizon's edge. Bloody hells of all the times for this to happen. Nura, there's no time for formalities. The Immortal Flames need your help now. We're in the midst of a large-scale operation against the Amalja, and we have no one to spare in Western Fenelon. We must get to that ship before the Guardians do. If there are any survivors, see that they do not come to further harm. Now go. Right? An adventurer? What are you doing out here? No, wait, let's find some cover first. Wow, they were so suspicious because of a little twig that broke. And now they're just like, oh, whatever, there are people running around behind us. The Immortal Fame sent you? How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. Are you alright, sir? Our scouts reported the attack on your craft. We've come to rescue you. Lura Arda, yes, glad to have you with us. I have not seen a craft of this design before. The traitor Garland has been busy. The secrets of Magitech are ours by right. They are not to be squandered upon the savages of this land. There's someone still there. We are taking this craft to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must, and bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. They mean to take the ship back to Castor Meridianum, along with your friend. Wait, you have to help him. That fool of a Lullafer was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. Nice looking ship, though not the best place to have taken shelter, I agree. It's the first airship we've built since the Calamity, the first since Master Garland, well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight, and she was soaring, she really was, till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. We attack on my command, kill them quickly and save the Lalafell if possible. Possible? What's possible? It's the clear Lura. Show them what becomes of those who play with fire. Charge. We're under attack, to arms. Let's go! Bix! Ah, little onion. Wait, she shouldn't have stayed with the ship. That was a close one. Too damn close, so how's the she look anyway? The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. The Imperials will come looking for their scouts, but we can defend this position until the engineers leave. You should go, Lura. You still have unfinished business to attend at the Hall of Flames. You're not quite one of us yet, though anyone who'd seen you in action today would be forgiven for thinking otherwise. I just wanted to say sorry, you know, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously though, if it hadn't been for you and the Immortal Flames lads there, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I mean, you're dead, friend. We both are. Wedge, you better say sorry too. Oh, or thanks. Thank you, we're very grateful. Oh yeah, Wedge didn't do anything. He was just almost dying. Alright, back to Ulda. Okay, with some air guitar going on. Welcome back, Laura. Word of your deeds in the field reached me not long ago. Exemplary service. Rest assured that the Garland Iron Works engineers are fine. They were able to get their vessel back in the air before Imperial reinforcements arrived. Your willingness to assist us on such short notice is to be commended. Clearly your reputation is well deserved. Now then, I believe we have some unfinished business. Shall we continue from where we left off and induct into the Immortal Flames? Yes. We're almost level 30, that's good. Means we can become a warrior. Are you ready, Laura? Then let us begin. Laura Arda, you stand poised to enter a sacred trust. The flames of Ulda burn bright, casting light where there is dark and purging evil wheresoever it lurks. We are ever ready to meet the nation's enemies in battle, be they beastmen, guardians, or worse. And at a word from Flame General Raban Aldin, we will gladly lay down our lives to maintain the peace and prosperity of Ulda. To train our ranks, you must forsake all the other nations. Only then may you commit yourself to the fire and be reborn as an immortal flame. Burn as one of us, Lurarda, and together we shall chase the darkness from Ulda. Will you swear an oath to mark this occasion? My sword belongs to Ulda. I don't have a sword. What skills I have belong now to Ulda. I will follow the Flame Channel onto that. Yeah, let's go. Bye-bye. The Flame Channel would lead the van in every battle if you could. It wouldn't surprise me if you had the chance to fight by his side one day. Of course I will, hopefully. Very well, your resolve is plain. Lurarda, I hereby confer upon you the rank of Flame Private 3rd class. Welcome to the Immortal Flames Private. May you fight to the last for coin and country. There we go. Got the flame salute thingy. Call incoming. Can you hear me, Laura? This is Midfilia. An officer of the Immortal Flames contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Arda. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a flame of Ul'dah, you are no less of a scion. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. It seems your presence is required elsewhere. But before you leave, perhaps you could find a moment to speak with Commander Swift. He is not one to see the new recruits go into the field unprepared. Swift! Let's go. You may now accept the quest, my little chocobo. Yes, by speaking with Swift. This quest must be completed in order to proceed to the end of the main scenario for Reborn. Well, I'm not gonna wait any second more. I've been crying about this for way too long. Light my fire. Nice. Different companies. Okay. Oh, thank God. Oh, I need the chocobo gems. I need 200. I have 0. That means... Anyone know what that means? We either need to do a quest or... Fate. Want to be a pugilist now. The ladder. Due diligence. Some quests give you those thingies that you need. This one doesn't. Okay, let's do a fate then, I guess. Let's go out into the world. Central or Western? I think Western has a lot of fates. They're not too high level, so... Actually, I think also this... or none. Okay. That's the annoying thing, like, not many people do fates anymore, so you're kinda But you have to get those rewards that you get from fates. I mean, you also can get it another way, but I feel like fates are the fastest way. Or maybe I'm totally lost and that's not. And that's my bad. Excuse me, please don't steal my first spot. Oh my god, I'm gonna be here for a while. We need 200. Oh my god. I mean, you can also do quests here or something. But... oh, there's one level 10 that's better. Like the really low level ones, they unfortunately don't give that much. But why are those high level ones doing fates? Like, just leave it to low level people and like, just go somewhere, you know, where it's needed. Please don't take. No, it's at 6% already. Like, if those over leveled ones are there, it's over in 2 seconds. Yeah, 20%. Oh man. See, ruining all the fun. But why? Sad. And they can fly there, so they're always gonna be way ahead. You know what? Maybe I can do those missions that they want. Maybe there was a quest somewhere that would give me some points. Does killing you guys give me points? No. Oh! No, actually. I mean, the issue is that I would never be there as fast as the others, and that would take forever to get there. And I don't want to spend 2,000 hours on this stuff. You know what? I will get those seals, and we will see each other as soon as I have my chocobo. I will be right back. Hello everyone, I'm back. I finally got the issuance. Oop. Wait. Oh, he's here. Alright, so I finally got it. It's right here. So we walk to this dude over here. Want the bird issued, you say? Yes, I do. Thank you. Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. Blah, blah, blah. Ah, that's my chocobo. Cute. Okay, I should name him. Well, since I couldn't give myself that name because I already have a character, my chocobo is just gonna be called like that. Okay, I got my chocobo. I used the whistle. Now we can use mounts. That means it's been bought only the whole time. I always have that there. Now or did you find her? Usually. And then my mount. I usually have here. Okay, we finally have a mount. Oh yeah. We go back to the Waking Sands. Now we can use a mount. Thank God. Okay. Now I can drive on my bike. And we could also use... Yeah, I feel like this one is almost cuter. It's so cute. I don't like the sad one. No. I want the sad dog. But I think I'll stick with the bike for now. Welcome back, Laura. Lady Minfilia awaits you within. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Laura. Now, when last we spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends. Did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Tataru, please show them in. This way, sirs. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we've properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm... Guardsman, spit it out, will you? He's still a wedge, no? Didn't we hear that before? At your service. I am pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. Okay. That's the thing, I feel like she just talks too much. Like, less is more, you know? In my opinion.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the Primal Ramu.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the Primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained. Until such time as we know, it would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the Primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Sylphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us? I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
How dare you, Ida? Forget about Papalimo. Your mission is to make contact with the Sylphs, with the ultimate goal of finding a peaceful resolution to the threat posed by Ramu. Be fairly warned, the Sylphs are a unique people to say the least, and you may find yourself bewildered by their customs at first. Yet know that Ida and Papalimo will be on hand to support all your endeavors. Yeah. Alright, but I think we're gonna take a break here. We will continue tomorrow. We finally got our mount, so we can walk around a little faster. So, yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I guess we will continue tomorrow. I mean, we have quite something to do with the Sylphs. So, yeah, I'm already here. I'm ready to go as soon as we're back. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you are interested in some more gameplay. And yes, please leave a like if you like it. If you have any suggestions or you have something to say, please leave a comment. And yes, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye!